Hi everyone, it's Ahmet Kaan here. So tracking your habits is probably one of the best ways to actually make your habits stick. And having a dedicated app just to actually track your habits is one of the most efficient ways to do it. But because of the fact that habit trackers are very easy to build, there are thousands of them, and it's really hard to differentiate the ones that are useful, the ones that are actually worth using, and the ones that are trash. So I did the work for you and I downloaded 20 plus apps, 20 plus habit trackers on my phone, and I tried every single one of them, and I came up with a list of best habit trackers in 2021. So let's get started with our first app on our list, which is Productive. Somebody didn't really use that much muscles while coming up with the name. Productive is probably one of my favorite habit trackers because it is really easy to use and it's very cool built. You can set up multiple habits, you can track them every single day, you can mark them done, you can mark them as failed, you can mark them as skipped. So if it's Christmas and if you don't want to go to the gym, so it's not a problem, you're not gonna lose your streak. And the free version of this app is already pretty enough because I also personally use the free version, but with the premium version you get like unlimited habits and like insane amount of progress charts that are completely useless, so the free version is already very good. And the reason why this habit tracker made its way into our list is the simplicity it offers. At the same time, it is very efficient because it's very easy to use, so I had to put it here. The second app on our list, best habit trackers for 2021, is going to be Today. And Today is very aesthetic, and I mean very aesthetic, maybe even too aesthetic. I mean, I personally thought that Productive and Strides and maybe Habitify were apps that were actually cool built, very cool designed. However, when you look at Today, it's just insane, like it's off the charts. Plus it's also very effective when you are setting your habits, and it's very completely like efficient while you are tracking them. However, one downside that Today has is the fact that it's just Apple exclusive. Of course, if you are an iPhone user, then this is not really going to be a problem for you, but for my Android dudes, I'm terribly sorry. But if you just don't go with Today and choose like Productive or Strides or other habit trackers that I will be mentioning in this video, it's completely gonna be fun because the quality and the future of the features that these apps offer are very similar, but of course you're not gonna get the aesthetics that Today is gonna give you. The third habit tracker that made it its way into our list, Best Habit Trackers 2021, is going to be Strides. Strides is an app that I used for 2 whole summer holidays. And summer in Turkey is like 3 months, so I wanted to say that I used this app for a very long time, I just wanted to acknowledge that. Strides is actually very similar when it comes to the features that it offers with actually Productive. However, one thing that I would like to add to this video is going to be all of these habit trackers that I chose to this video are essentially the best ones out there, and that's why the title of this video is the best habit trackers in 2021. So it really doesn't matter which one you choose, it's already gonna be pretty satisfying. However, if you want some qualities, for example, that Today has, maybe that Productive has, maybe the other habit trackers that I will be mentioning in this video has, you can choose them. And like maybe if you downloaded Productive and you don't really feel that it's very efficient and you don't really feel like, no, that's not really giving me the positive vibes, you can switch up to other ones. However, I'm mentioning all the habit trackers that I know that are the best, so you're not gonna have a huge problem with them while you're using them. It all comes down to which one you like the most, so it really doesn't matter. And also, as I said before, Strides is also very easy to use and very cool built. I mean, all the habit trackers that I chose are already very easy to use because habit tracking is something that should be done like in a minute or something, because if it's gonna get complicated, then we're not gonna be able to do this for a very long time. So all the habit trackers that I chose are already very easy to use, and Strides is actually one of them. The fourth habit tracker that made its way to our list, Best Habit Trackers 2021, is going to be Habitify. And Habitify is a habit tracker that a lot of people who are into productivity knows and uses because it has very unique features and very unique design. Again, you have the chance to build good habits, break bad ones, and track all of your habits every single day. So with all those things, Habitify is not something that's gonna go wrong, and at the same time, with the simplicity it offers, I had to put Habitify on this list. The last habit tracker that made its way into our list, best habit trackers in 2021, is going to be an habit tracker that I actually mentioned a couple of videos earlier in my best productivity apps 2021 video, which is gonna be Habitica. Habitica is literally an RPG game. So you have a character, and with everything you do, you make money on the app. I mean, of course, the more good habits that you build, the more bad habits that you break, the more tasks you get done, the more money you make on the app, so you can buy like weapons or equipment to your character. And that's why it is literally an RPG game. However, the reason why Habitica made its way into this list is not the fact that it's an RPG game. It's the active community that it offers and the accountability that you can get with this app. So in this app, you can literally team up with people to build good habits, to actually break your bad habits, to make projects, to essentially challenge each other to be more productive. And this accountability is not something that other productivity apps are really able to offer. So this is the reason why Habitica made its way into our list. So here you have the best productivity apps, So here you have the best habit trackers in 2021. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you got some value out of this. And if you haven't still watched my video about best productivity apps in 2021, I'm gonna put a link in the description down below, and also in the YouTube cards. So if you want to check that out, it's gonna be awesome. And one thing I would like to mention is, if you are not really a person who's into those apps, who's kind of like a nerd, like me, then pen and paper systems are also very, very good when you're tracking your habits. And literally, even though I'm actually into those habit trackers, this year in 2021, I will be tracking my habits with old school systems, with pen and paper. So if you are not really that type of guy, so it's not a problem. Of course, pen and paper stuff is also actually one of my favorite ways to track your habits, to actually plan our days. Because productivity is definitely not about which app you use, it's about how many things or how much you get done throughout the day. And if you want to see more personal development or more productivity type of content just like this, then subscribe, because every single week, maybe once, maybe twice, every single week, I'm gonna come up with a lot of good high quality videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you hopefully in the next video. Bye.